Hi guys! This is definitely again one of those days when your friends are pretty much your mom or equals your parents. This is one of those days, let me tell you. Did it actually go live? Yeah, it did. Yep, it did. Hi Emerald, hi Goldragon, hi Wolf, hi Skilla, hi Yala Stormo, welcome to the stream! Yeah. I swear I will finish in like 2 hours. I'm very sorry, guys, if you see my friends screaming at me in the chat. And hi, Yona, welcome to the stream. The reason why my friends are screaming at me now are because it's Sunday. And it's only 7:45 in the evening in Finland. It's not even that late. It's not even that late. And I'm planning to finish before 10, so it gives us roughly 2 hours to stream. We can see your drawing, just your icon. I haven't yet shared my screen, so that is why. I will share it soon eventually, so little patience. It's not late. It's not late. This is what I have to handle on my everyday life. My friends being too caring. Then again, I know they care, so it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, I haven't seen you in one of these for a while either, Skilla. Welcome to the stream after a while. Okay, meanwhile, I probably will be arguing with my friend for the rest of the stream until I finish the streaming and until she answers to kick me to bed. Let's actually get started with this. So this time I will be drawing, as you can read from the title. I've had like a streaming mood boost as of lately, and I guess you guys can see that a huge increase with the streams as of lately. And today I thought to spice it up a little bit. Instead of animating, I will be drawing today. I will be continuing a drawing that I started on December, and I was going to finish it before the year changes, but guess what? I didn't. So I will be finishing it off now. It is exactly on the same spot as where I left it after I finished my previous drawing stream, which was 1st of December. So let me fix up the screen and then I shall share my screen with you. So let me open up a chat window and do my magic with it. Okay, there we go. Great. Hi, Kawaii Neko, welcome to the stream. And hi to KB, I am pretty good. How about you? Okay, guys, I will be sharing this. I'm actually wondering, do I dare to do this before I share my screen? Anyway, now let me share the screen. Now you will be free to see some stuff. There we go. So this is where we left off with the previous stream. So yeah, this is, I bet some of you who were on that drawing stream can probably remember me working on this. But as for the rest of you, this is a drawing related to one of my stories, or more of like one of the characters of one of my stories. She doesn't have a name, but she is part of Jungle Cats. That is currently a story that is being pushed aside because I'm working on 2 other of my stories now, which are Blazing Will of the Heart and Yellow. But Jungle Cats is pretty much like, I have the story roughly inside my head. And if I ever get around to do this, I would love to do this as an animated series. But that's pretty much all I can say about it for now. So don't expect much of a, how can I say, previews and stuff from it, story-wise, because I have other stories to work on. So it's a little bit on a back burner, but I will eventually will be paying it a lot of more of my attention whenever I finish Yellow, because Yellow is a little bit shorter project than Blazing Will of the Heart. And Blazing Will of the Heart will remain as one of my longer story projects. Now that I pull up her reference sheet, I can get started. And thank you very much, Kawaii Neko and KB. I'm really glad to hear you like it. And hi, Wolf. Welcome to the stream. And hi, LPS North. Welcome to the stream, too. What is your favorite Pokemon game? My favorite Pokemon game is Clay of Darkness XD and Pokemon Colosseum. And as of lately, I've also really enjoyed the latest Pokemon game I've played, and that is Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. It's really great. Hi, Artist Cloud. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, those who haven't been on my streams before, you're free to ask any questions. But before you do, please check the description, frequently asked questions section from the description below, because there I have gathered some of the most commonly asked questions. But if you can't find an answer to your question from there, then please feel free to ask those. Also, the program that I'm currently using, what I'm currently working on, can be found from the description as well. If you happen to have any fan art for me, or if you just want to send me a fan mail or whatever, both of my emails are also in the description below for such a thing. Or you can also do that through, well, messaging me on DeviantArt, for example. No, I've not seen the new Pokemon movie, and no, I can't speak Russia. I cannot speak Russia. Just like Emma answered to that one. As for this character's name, I have specific idea for this story how the characters would be named. So even though I really much appreciate the suggestions and stuff coming to my way, I may unfortunately have to decline them because I have this one specific way I would like to name these characters, but I haven't yet worked it out. So I just thought that would be worth of mentioning. But still, like, regardless, thank you for your suggestions and effort on that one. Like, the thing I really would like Jungle Cats to have is they would have a nature-based names. Plus they also plus the story is based on a little bit more tropical climax. So it's a little bit difficult to explain, but yeah. Whenever I figure out the names for this, then I will probably be the most happy person on earth, because I've had this story pretty much ready inside my head or well, I guess it's still on a kind of development, but technically ready inside my head for like pretty much few years at this point. But I'm still like lacking the names for the characters, and it's pretty frustrating. But oh well, what do you do? Welcome to the stream, Crystal's live streams. I've actually had plans of seeing the newest Pokemon movie because the advertisements for it have been really cool. But I haven't had a chance yet. So maybe at some point, also, aka knowing in my case, maybe in a couple of years. I'm very bad at keeping up with movies. Like when I was in Ireland, I finally actually watched High School Musicals, like all the three of the main movies. And the first one has been published like 10 years ago, so I guess that pretty much explains how uh, bad I'm at keeping up with movies. And thank you, Kavaineko. I'm really glad to hear you like her design, even though her design isn't yet completed on the paper. But I can actually show you her design. I had one thing open. So this is her design. Probably one of the easiest tortoiseshell designs I've created, although my friends dare to disagree for some reason. I wonder why. Uh, no, I don't think that coconut would fit her because she is a little bit more of like a sassy character. I was actually thinking about her name earlier today. I probably want to stick with something flowerish kind of name, but yeah. Mm, very random, but do you watch or follow YouTubers other than animators and all, for example, gaming channels like Jacksepticeye, Jack or other kind of channels? Um, yes, I actually do. Even though my main focus is on following these like animation channels, as you said, I also watch game theory, for example. I follow game theory, film theory, GT Live. Um, then I also among the although this is kind of like an animator's part, but I also like watch how can I word this, like a drawing channels like Chessa Draws or like Catwalk. These kind of like when people draw and are a little bit more artistic. I guess Emma can put it better in the chat if she bothers to. But basically, like drawing channels and the game theory, I guess those are like the biggest ones that I really follow. I don't actually follow that much of any proper gaming channel. Like I guess the game theory is the only properly game related channel. Although I have to mention that I followed, what was his username, Pimp Knight at one point. He is an Australian Pokemon um, Pokemon player who mainly posts like battle commentaries and battles on his account. But ever since Sun and Moon came out, I haven't watched his like battles because I haven't wanted to be spoiled on the Pokemons before I actually played the Sun and Moon. Okay, this is where the design gets a little bit tricky because I haven't drawn it on this mirror side before. Ah, she will be joy to animate. I swear. That may be also foreshadowing to something. Hi Artixie, welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, how are you guys actually doing? It is Sunday, tomorrow will be Monday again. How has your week been? Have you spent your Sunday relaxing or is your Sunday just starting? You're still sick. Is there any signs that you're getting better? Oh, what have you been drawing, Kawaii Neko? Speaking of drawing, I actually finished editing speed paint. One of my 2018 resolutions has been that I want to draw more birthday art for my friends. Because ever since I came to university, I really haven't had much chance to draw much gift art to anyone really. So for this year, I'm probably trying to, well, not probably, I'm trying to change that a little bit and draw gifts for some of my friends at least. So for the sake of keeping up with the not exactly a tradition, but I haven't done a birthday speed paint for a while. So tomorrow you guys will get to see the first speed paint of the year, but it is also going to be one of my friend's birthday speed paint. And I hope he likes it. And I hope also it comes to him as a surprise because I haven't done a birthday picture for him for like 2 to 3 years. And I honestly I would love to draw more, like a lot more stuff to my friends, but um, because of university, I barely have much time anymore. So that is definitely something I would love to try and change during this year. We shall see how successful I will be, but I'm trying, and first one is down, so I guess it's a good start. Oh, good luck with your art fight. Oh, get better too as well then, Artist Cloud. Like, Artixie and Artist Cloud, get better soon. Hopefully you two aren't like too deadly sick. That would be very worrying. Oh, congratulations on maybe winning. Of course, this is probably way too early point to actually like mention whether you're going to win, congratulate whether you're going to win or not. But oh well, worth of the shot, I guess. Okay, that's good. Please don't die. That would be not so convenient. Oh, hopefully you won't get sick too, Kawaii Neko. Um, I have a feeling I have her leg here. Is this actually her leg or someone else's? I guess this is hers. Yeah, sorry for casually speaking to myself, guys. Although I guess it's better than leaving the streaming completely silence. Because these characters' front legs aren't identical. I just remembered I had like a quick sketch reference of this leg, so I picked that up. Like as you can see here, her front legs are obviously like from toes to shoulder. They are actually like different. Like this bigger brown spotch, whatever, is pretty much like identical, but that's about it. And then the rest of the legs are like completely different. Or, well, not completely different, but they're different. Don't worry, Emma, I'm not failing in life. I swear. What are you actually doing, Emma? Are you still working on your diploma work? Good luck with that. How did you get into Warrior Cats? Um, when To be perfectly honest, I did see some like of the Warrior Cats AMVs, like you know the Alicatnian ones, like these very old AMVs, like back in the day. I don't. When did I even start reading Warriors? Anyway, it's not relevant to the answer. So, but when I actually saw these AMVs and such, I was pretty much like, these are technically cool, but the concept of fighting cats seems very dumb for me. And the fact that Warrior Cats is a book series didn't help much either, because I'm actually one of those people who don't like reading. Like, sure, I can like reading certain books if they really, really, really catch my interest. But in general, I'm not the most keen person to reading. Like, if you're giving me a book and told me to read it, I will most likely not read it, because I'm not saying that reading is a waste of time, but I personally find it as a waste of my time. Well, that was a way to put it in words. So, I guess it was 8, 9 years ago when they started to translate Warriors into Finnish. And my aunt bought me the two first books, Into the Wild and Fire and Ice, and she told me that she had read a little bit of them, like, uh, yeah, she had read a little bit of them, and she told me that she found them pretty interesting, so she thought that I would like them. And just like always, like every single book at that moment, like if I got a book as a gift, it was pretty much doomed to stay in the like bookshelf for the rest of its life. And at its best, I barely ever touched them, like at all. But this time, once again, I had the same attitude. But because it was Warrior Cats and I had already seen it around like YouTube and this kind of stuff, I was like, how bad this, like, I still think this idea is so stupid. Like, fighting cats is no way going to be a good idea for a book. Like, this was my original idea. And then I guess out of like lols, I decided to read them. And oh boy, I was hooked. So that is pretty much like my story with getting into the Erin Hunter series. Which nowadays feels a little bit absurd, but I guess I'm happy that it proved me wrong. And it is also good in that sense that because my grandma barely understands games or such, and if she asks me what I want for a birthday present or Christmas present, I can actually always kind of like ask her to buy me the newest Warrior book. So, I mean, she would she will be pretty happy with the fact that I'm reading books, and plus they are English. She's even more happy that I'm maintaining my English skills, and I get to read what I actually enjoy. So I guess it's win-win situation. Hi, Clockwork Eyes. Welcome to the stream. And welcome to the stream, Lulu Artist. I guess I didn't mention that to you. But it's really good if you can enjoy reading. Like, it is definitely an imagination triggering thing to do. Hi, Spoon. And hi, Nevermore. Welcome to the stream. Wait, how this goes? Hmm. The feeling when you get confused by your own designs. Who else has a weird feeling whenever someone mentions something that one of your OCs happen to have? How do you mean? Or what do you mean with that question, Clockwork Eyes? Shh, Wolf. I still swear this is one of the easiest designs I've done. Okay, little artists, I hope you had fun. And hi, we are the Dragon. Welcome to the stream. Come on, Wolf. Don't start doubting me now. Is this done? Nope, it's not done. Hi, Wolfie Cats 91. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I guess this design is like by its difficulty. I guess it's like challenging, but not difficult. Then again, I feel like I'm pretty much alone with this one. And thank you, Kawaineko. And fine, Emma, fine. Maybe I can be nice and give you that one. What I've been doing there. And of course, the notebook I've drawn these characters on is not here. But then again, if that is that color, then I guess it goes like this. Oh no, wrong tool. It is however you feel like, Yona. Oops. Welcome back, Emerald. I hope you had a good shower. Hey, Flare, what is the prettiest design you think you have done for your characters? My persona is one of my personal favorites. But I guess as classified for pretty, I guess this design that I'm currently working on is one of the prettier ones that I've done. And then there are some other ones too, like a herb star that I made, warrior cat OC. I really liked her design back in the day. And also regarding the jungle cats, I wonder is it here somewhere. I also like her design. Like her design is also one of the ones that I'm quite proud of. Mm. What would you think about LGBT couples in Warriors? Since it is referred as a kids book, it might still be too complicated. But hypothetically speaking, would you think of it? Um, I'm not against it. I shall say that like straight away because otherwise, if I lag now, I may sound a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to sound hypocritical. I just realized this one doesn't have a color. Anyway, um, personally, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind if there were like any lesbian or gay couples in Warriors. It's pretty much like a normal life kind of situation. So, it wouldn't be much of a like something that I would find disturbing or such. Um, Usually in these situations, I think that it is definitely something that the authors get to decide how they see fit. Um, Personally, I think that when it comes to like quote unquote kids books, uh, I personally think it's okay to show that there is always the like a different side of the humanity than the quote unquote norms that the government has made and this kind of stuff. Like apart from that, there is also like these other minorities and people who may be considered a little bit more rare. Like they are not any more rarer than normal people, but I guess you understand what I mean. Uh, it is definitely a very tricky question because I know that people can be very divided about the subject and some people may be very against it. But at the same time, I also know that there would be a lot of people for it. How many gay or lesbian cats have you seen? I guess one of the most canon ones, like if we're talking about warriors, I haven't read about it, but Shake and Tallstar seem to have a quite a popular, like quite a many fans. And yeah, this subject is honestly like very tricky because there can definitely be people who can get easily triggered about it. Thank you. Thank you, Artist Cloud. Glad to hear that it like I'm glad to hear that. One thing I also have to say is that like sure people will always ship and do their ships. Um like when it comes to shipping different characters, um and although like I guess for the sake of fans, like Erin's could do a little bit more of like lesbian gay couples. I'm not saying that they have to, but I know that there are many people who are kind of hoping for it. Um, and on that one, I have to say, like, how can I approach this subject without triggering anyone? I bet I will eventually trigger someone because, like, this is pretty much like this subject is pretty much walking on a thin ice. It will break eventually. Um, no, I don't have any trichonoses. I think Emma put it very well. Personally, what annoys me on the subject is the fact that like friends are being shipped because people have this sickly need of having more these lesbian or gay couples. So they start shipping like the bestest of the best friends. Like Leafpool and Mothwing are a very common popular example of this. Or Ivypool and Blossomfall. And that is the point where I personally like it is something that turns me a little bit off from the Warriors fandom. I'm not saying that it is illegal to do. Of course, everyone does their own shippings and everyone does what they really want to do. But the forceful attitude towards the fact that there should be more, you know, more canon lesbian couples and trying to, or lesbian or gay couples, and trying to fix this fact with shipping literally everything in order to achieve this is a little, I'm not saying it's sickening, but it's a little bit like, um, for example, I personally really like Motwings and Leafpool's friendship. I would say relationship, but this could be easily like mixed up. So let me use the friendship word for now. For example, I really like Motwings and Leafpool's friendship in the books. I like how they are communicating with one another. But what I think is very sad is the fact that people ship them for the sake of shipping them. And I feel like that drops the value of their friendship, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I can completely understand you, Wolf, on that one. especially now that the world is more acceptive as ever, like gay marriage is being legalized, etc., etc. It is definitely like it is definitely something that these minor groups will, like, I'm not saying everyone, but the like people who are maybe a little bit sickly obsessed by the facts and rights. I have no idea how to continue with that. Okay, I dropped that comment for now, and I'll see if I can make it up better later. Yeah, some of the crack ships don't make sense, and like I'm technically fine. Like, people can ship whatever they want as long as it's not like they start to, like, ruining other ships with that ship. Unfortunately, I haven't read that part because it probably of the J-Feather and Half Moon, because it appears in the fourth series, if I'm correct there. So I haven't really read that, but I've heard that it was quite rushed and people were left quite unsatisfied with it. So I can understand why that may prompt to these kind of things. And it is also like I personally support this, like as for my sexuality, I'm straight, I'm heterosexual, but I still, like, I support gays and lesbians and this kind of stuff. I don't care what is your sexuality. I'm pretty cool with that, whatever sexuality you happen to be representing yourself. But also, to be perfectly honest, I feel a little bit endangered with my sexuality, or like I don't really go around and say it that I'm straight, because I'm afraid that people will come, like, come rushing to me and start to, like, beat me down just because I happen to be part of a group that is more of like a major than minor. And even though I know this is a joke, from most of my, like, I have this one friend. I guess Emma probably knows who I'm talking about. I have this one friend who actually has started to constantly joke about where are all my gay and lesbian couples in my stories, like, because most of my stories include straight couples, and it's not by all means because I would like to eliminate or, like, not show the fact that there would be other possibilities out there. But most of the time now, this one particular friend of mine has started to joke about, like, are you, like, anti-gay or anti-lesbian because you don't have these kind of gay or lesbian ships in your stories? And it's pretty much like, no, it's not. That is exactly not what I'm trying to message here or signal. For me, it feels more natural to write those couples, and I have no problem whatsoever with any lesbian or gay couple, whether it be in real life or in a story. And I guess this may be also the part of why Aryans haven't written so many, like, gay or lesbian couples. Maybe they just, like, maybe they would love to do that, but they find it difficult to write. I'm not saying this is the case why they haven't added more of like lesbian or gay couples in their series, but it is slowly, honestly, a little bit of like, by my friend, it is a little bit tiring to hear at times, especially when the joke seems to sometimes emerge quite constantly. And then it's pretty much like, oh, thanks. Thank you very much for the, like, thank you for making me feel like crap. Wolf, I agree 100% what you just said with the forced gay ships and this kind of stuff. Good couples come if they are planned, and that is like completely perfectly like that is true. If it's obvious that the author has tried to force in, for example, a gay couple, just for the sake of pleasing their audience, you can see it. You can obviously see that. And that is no fun for anyone. Not for the readers and not for the authors either. And if I've understood right with the case of the Jake and Tallstar, then again, I haven't read it yet. But if I've understood right, the reason people really love that ship is because it is written very well. And I think that is like a huge applause to Erin's part that they have so successfully handled a topic that is not the most common for them to handle, probably. Of course, I don't know what other books they are reading, but I assume that because Warriors is so big, it takes most of their time. Maybe. I could be wrong about that, but I just assume so. Well, I think, Emma, I completely agree with you that I could try my hand at with other couples. And definitely, I do have like, okay, so far only one. And the fact that I took your advice when it came to Sabrina, I honestly think that it flows to her character a lot like better. So thank you for that. And thanks, Kawaii Neko, I won't. And thank you, Artist Cloud, for your words too. They are definitely very encouraging. That is a fair point, although I personally don't know much about how religious they are, but if they are religious people, that could also explain why the warriors is how they are. Yep, I'm doing the shading. LPS Collie Love, I tried to get to the Kumakumakon this year. And also tip of the hat cap, or however that, well, that was a flop, but like applause for you guys, actually, like everyone being so mature about the like conversation that we are having slash had, if it happens to die now. But like, thank you for remaining cool and like acceptive for others' opinions, because that is honestly something that you you will at least get my respect, if nothing else. Like, that is a really good, really good act, really good handling of the situation. Hi, Dark Moon, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. And hi, Norway, welcome to the stream as well. Yeah, I can really. Actually, I can't relate that much, Kawaii Neko, but I can imagine. And Wolf, you have a very good point there as well. Like, really good point. Like, warriors build family units. It's how the clans survive and continue on. Gay cats can't have babies without outside help, and unless they are willing to cover that, it may be left out. That is also a very good point. Like, I highly doubt that, even though Erin's would at some point add in more gay or lesbian kitties, I don't think that Erin's would be the most comfortable with the idea of making more of like, I'm not saying they would turn out into Ash for Scrollfly situations, but those could easily happen too. Just for the sake of like, imagine that would be like a very huge like open cap for a lot of unnecessary trauma. And also it would be like also very dramatic, like, oh, I can't be with you because we want kids, but we can't have kids because of this. And that would be also like a very bad situation. If you want to be caught up and on what we're talking about, we are currently talking about um, how this could be summarized. We were talking about gay and lesbian couples in Warriors and how come there is not more of them, and what would be the plus and cons of the situation in Warriors if there were more gay or lesbian cats, to put it shortly. I've been drawing pretty much my entire life. So technically, as long as I could have hold a pencil. Okay. Actually, does anyone else? Oh no, don't be sorry about it, Artist Cloud. Like for me, it's completely fine. It is actually very pleasant to like get the conversations rolling so naturally. Like no need to apologize at all about it. I think that we all got really like a really well built up conversation going on, which is also why I also thanked for you guys being so calm about it and being so open minded about it, like accepting other people's like opinions and thoughts about the subject. Like I bet it was eye opening for pretty much everyone who took the part of the conversation, or probably even for people who read or followed the conversation on the side. I'm not sure if many actually did that, but I would like to hope so. So there is absolutely no shame about it. Like, don't worry, it's completely fine. And this is honestly what I really like about these streams is that okay, I don't I don't script them obviously, but like seeing how these things can naturally like unfold into something like this is great and honestly shows how great community we have here and how we can actually be open and acceptive about other people's opinions on certain subjects. Like that is a really good skill to have. And of course, on this day and age of internet, where people can pretty much voice their opinions, these kinds of conversations, unfortunately, are sometimes left in the dust because people are so blinded by the fact that they want to be right or they want to show that their opinion is absolutely the most correct one. Okay, Nina. And hi, Cold Dragon again. Welcome back. And don't worry about it, Spoon. It's all right. And definitely there can be subjects that can be uncomfortable for people to discuss. And that is also completely fine. But as long as you're capable of discussing about the topic, is also a very important skill to have. And with that, I'm not saying that this conversation made me feel uncomfortable. Actually, completely opposite. It was very comforting to get like to hear other people's point of views about the topic and like do a little bonding time with the community, as I said. Oh, you're welcome. I'm really glad to hear that I've inspired you. Hopefully, you have gotten like a lifelong hobby about it, out of it. This is my OC. This is nowhere close to Spotted Leaf. Actually, this is also of course, some of my OCs don't have any accessories, but this is actually a pretty good hint. Like most of the time, if I draw cats with accessories, or if they happen to have any kind of accessory around them, then it's very highly likely that I'm drawing my OC, because I'm not one of those people who, for example, draw holly leaf with holly berries or jay feather with jay feathers. I see what they did there. But instead, I always like draw them without anything. So And of course, people who draw them like with accessories or this kind of stuff, it is completely fine. It is just something I personally don't find it like suitable for me to do, or suitable thing for me to do. Like, it wouldn't be a crime if I did that, but I still like, even though warriors are fantasy, I still would like to stick with as realistic approach to their designs as possible. Thank you very much. Actually, talking about my spotted leaf design, this cat at the behind fire paw, Rusty, however you want to say it, is my spotted leaf design. So my spotted leaf design is a lot more warmer than this character's design. Thank you. So what are you guys doing right now? Except most of you watching this stream, but are you doing something else on the side? Why do people think that Scorch's color is red or purple, or that it has to be a certain color at all? And okay, artistic cloud. I've never seen a red version, but the purple version of Scorch's color can be found on the what is that? At the cover of the Rise of Scorch manga, which is why most of the people associate the color with purple. But other than that, and I think also in like some Russia cover in Russia, there is like a brown color. But like that you're mentioning there, that it has to be a certain color. One thing that is a lot easier nowadays, actually, than what it was at the earlier like Warrior Cat YouTube days, is that people seem to be more accepting of designs in general nowadays. But the part of the Warriors community that kind of slightly annoys me is those who are nitpicking on designs. And sure, I can understand if that it may be annoying if the design makes like a major changes during a map part or something. But when we are talking about people's personal projects like AMVs or PMVs that they have done completely alone, and people come to nitpick about the character design there, that is absolutely something that I personally can't understand why people have to be so loud about it. Like, sure, I may feel annoyed if character has like maybe completely different eye color than they canonically have. For example, Crowfeather would have a yellow eyes when they are canonically being confirmed to be blue. But I still feel like it's not my place to go and like try to correct them. Like, hey, this character has blue eyes. Why have you drawn them yellow? Like, no. I think what makes Warrior Cats a great series, minus this issue, is that you can actually imagine the characters. There are no limitations for you to imagine these characters and how you can draw them, or sculpt them, or whatever you want to do with those designs. Like, I think that is like absolutely amazing from the artistic point of view, that you have a chance to be like, you have artistic freedom of drawing the characters however you want. But then these very defending people who are like pretty much like their face is glued to the Warriors Wikia, and they go and nitpick about every single detail about character design to someone who has probably like maybe a minor detail that maybe isn't part of the canon. And they go and like pretty much wear the other person down to the deepest bit of hell about it. Like, no, stop. What are you doing? Those are artistic choices that people make. Why would you criticize someone for making decisions on their behalf that they think will look great? Of course, you can't please everyone, but I wonder why sometimes people have to take the role of the party pooper and absolutely ruin the fun from everyone. What kind of design are you doing, Spoon? And good luck with your collab adapt, Skyla. I personally have always tried to make the Warriors designs as accurately to the Warriors Wikia or the book descriptions as possible. But I may also add my own little tweaks there, like maybe extra markings or such, for example. Yep, they are in the description. Hi, Raveny. Welcome to the stream. Oh, good luck with that, Spoon. I guess with peachy coloring, you're meaning kind of like a reddish orange or reddish ginger kind of color. All right, Kawaii Neko. Ravine, okay. Welcome back. You're forgiven. I don't think that you have much of space of like offending anyone there. Yep, I can only imagine that. It is fun to work, like when doing character designs, it's always like fun to try and work with a little bit more unusual colors too than only with the realistic ones. Ah, this flower has some fun little details. Yeah. Oh, I'm starting to get a little bit tired for today. Oh well. I actually haven't slept too well during the past few nights. I've had kind of like a restless nights. So that is mainly the reason. Like last night I woke up at 4 and then I fell asleep and then I woke up later at like a 9:30. And the night before I woke up at 5 and then fell asleep again and woke up at 11. So yeah. And the reason why I felt a little bit restless is because I forgot my like few days ago, people who were on my stream, like I would say 2 streams ago or so, may remember me mentioning that I forgot my stove on for like 5 hours. Nothing bad happened, and thankfully it wasn't even like even the like a hottest temperature. But it left me with a little like a heart attack kind of thing. And now I've been like very restless and very careful when I've been around kitchen, like double checking the stove and this kind of stuff. And it's just like I like last night why I woke up at 4 was because I shook myself awake from a nightmare that the house was on fire. Like you couldn't literally see the fire, but you knew that the fire was spreading in a building. And then not the night before, but the night before that, I also saw like not exactly a nightmare, but more of like a spooky dream where it was kind of related to stuff too, but like some things got on fire, and I pretty much woke up to like being scared that my own hands would catch fire or something like that. So I hope tonight I can sleep a little bit more peacefully. Because I want to stream. I want to give people company. I want company. And I'm like very, very sensitive about these things. Like, even though nothing really happens, I may be on my toes for like the next 2 weeks about a certain event that has happened. And now that this stove thing happened, oh boy. I've actually had certain periods in my life when I've been scared of stuff. Fire at some point was something that I was really afraid of. Like, then again, I was like 8 or 7. So it has been a while ago, but like still, like I was really scared that things would catch fire, even by the most ridiculous thoughts ever. Like even if there wouldn't be a stove on or fire on or candle on, but like for example, if my mom went to bathroom, I went to the bathroom with her because I was scared that something would set on fire. Well, of course, obviously in this situation, I'm living all alone, or I will be getting a flatmate 1st of February, but anyway. But now that I'm all alone, it's a little bit more of like, there is no one I can really like go up to like, hey, I know this is a little bit like nonsense to be scared of, but please comfort me about this situation. Bring me back to earth kind of thing. And also I've noticed like something during the nights that, okay, sure, I live like at the student accommodation. So definitely things tend to be a little bit more lively. But I don't know whether it's my location, like location considering like where my window is pointing at, or something else that like sometimes even when I wake up like after these a little bit more spooky dreams, and if I actually start to listen to the area around me, which is like you should never do if you want to try and fall asleep again, I hear like sounds. Like I don't know, have I happened to moved in next door to a night owl or something? But like a few nights, I'm just like laying in my bed and I'm like, is there someone in the kitchen? Because the sounds are literally like someone walking or moving stuff around in the kitchen. And I'm like, I should be all alone in this house and the door should be locked. No one should get in here. And knowing that I'm very sensitive sleeper, I should wake up if somebody happens to open up the door in the middle of the night and I'm all like, ah. Okay, this suddenly became like a therapy session. I'm very sorry. But yeah, then again, I bet it's just like a question of getting used to it. Welcome back. We are the Dragon. Yeah, I can totally relate to that. Artist Cloud. Another thing for me is that when I actually shake myself awake from a nightmare, or if I wake up from a nightmare, I try not to go to sleep immediately because I know if I do that, I will return back to the dream because it's still like freshly fleshed in my head. So I usually like take a little period when I try to calm down and before actually trying to fall asleep again. And usually that may result in like me getting a little bit more awake. But that period when you try to like, kind of shake yourself back to reality in order for you to fall back asleep, that period is also like very, very trippy. And also a perfect situation for overanalyzing stuff like, such as, is somebody in the kitchen? I should be all alone in this freaking apartment. Thank you, Skilla. I hope you had fun. I can actually understand why you codenamed this character as a triple chocolate cake. What is my favorite flower and why? Ah, that's a good question. I really like orchids and blue petals. Um, Mainly because with orchids, I really like the color schemes. Like colorful flowers are something I find very, very interesting and very, very beautiful. And with like more simple flowers like bluebells, I really like the simplicity of the flower. But orchids are something that have been for a longer time like my all-time favorite. Oh, what's your favorite bird? My favorite bird has to be sparrow because they are tiny and cute and colorful. And I also like the pattern that the sparrows have. Cool. Oh, another type of bird that I also like, mainly probably because of color, are budgies. I completely forgot to make a fur detail with the shading. Ha! Good job, me. Oh, that's cool. What kind of tablet do you use? I use vacuum Intos. Uh, Vacuum Intos. I guess this is small or medium size. Yeah, I probably should. Are Finland memes any different from USA? Emma can answer that one because she is a little bit more proficient. Like she's a lot more into memes than I am. Yeah, as she is commenting the subjects right now. Yeah. I don't know whether she's grateful about it, but yeah, she is way more exposed to memes than I am. Emma, the meme manager. Oh, school plus meme. This is a perfect start. Oh no! Emma, if you were any closer, I would personally walk over to you and hug you right now. Okay, first layer shading is done. I would suppose. I just realized I'm working with very light shading color right now. Then again, I don't mind. It's a lovely change. I actually may be one who falls into that category, like pronouncing GIFs as GIFs or GIF. I guess I pronounce it more of like a GIF now that I start to really think about it. Well, like an imagine like maybe as a pronunciation it's easier to handle, but like when it comes to the like typing such a thing, then oh boy. That is actually a very fair point. Like I think in Finland it's easier to say GIF because it kind of rolls more naturally on the tongue. And welcome back. Hey, very lovely GIF you got there. Okay, in Finnish that sounds even more like nope, nope, nope. Yif. Like I can and I can understand in English if somebody is being like GIF or something like that, but like in Finnish, like YIF, nope, 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 nope. No more YIFs. Okay, I stop. I have a feeling part of my brain may have died along with that, but whatever. It was worth it. Or was it? Yeah, with I think I have the same. What is your favorite part about drawing? My favorite part about drawing is coloring. Like I love coloring, which also explains why most of my character designs are so complex or detailed, because I love coloring and colors overall. Like coloring and then shading plus backgrounds, like those are pretty much my favorites. Line art is something that I find like the most tiring thing to do. But since I know that coloring is after line arting, that is usually something that keeps me going and makes me finish my pictures because it's worth it. Thanks. Yeah, the dragon. Like, I mean, by all the means, if you want to stream, then go ahead. Okay, it is getting closer to 9:30, so I guess 15 more minutes and I will be closing the stream. So I get to go to bed a little bit earlier today. Hoo-hoo! All right, Artist Cloud. Okay, really glad to hear that. I hope you enjoyed. I shall see you another time. Have a good night. Okay, we had the dragon. See ya. I hope you enjoyed. How many tabs do you have open? $62 tabs? Spoon, how that is possible? Like the maximum of tabs that I can bear having open is like about 10 or around that. And I immediately start closing down the unnecessary tabs because it makes me uncomfortable. Is your server even breaking a sweat? Okay. I may then check it tomorrow if that is fine. Hi, Angels, Knife Stars. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I shall check it tomorrow if that is fine, Spoon. I will log on there tomorrow because probably when I finish the stream, I will run almost straight to the bed. Cool. Oh yeah, how many people are actually watching at this point still? Whoops. 4. Yeah. In 5 minutes, I bet it's good point to just stop for the evening. Beverage. I have seen that word before, and I should know what it means. I guess my brain. Excuse me? I guess my brain is just flopping on me for a big time right now. Ah, lemonade or soda, however. That is my favorite type of drink. But if we are looking a little bit more of like more healthy options, like quote unquote healthy, then hot chocolate is also, well, that is not healthy. Technically not healthy, but like hot chocolate and like a lemonade are my favorite beverages. And I completely slaughtered the word, but hashtag blame the tiredness. I was actually like talking about like lemonades and sodas. I was actually very disappointed that Ireland didn't have so many like options for different kinds of sodas, because in Finland we have so many different flavors of Fanta and etc. etc. And when I went to Ireland, I was like, yay, I want to try like different kinds of like sodas that hopefully Finland doesn't have. And surprise, surprise, there was none. Yeah, dark hot chocolate could be definitely considered. I actually could make hot chocolate for myself or tea as an evening snack before I head off to bed. Oh no, don't worry. I'm not actually getting that much of a hungry or thirsty. Or, well, if I am, then it's just like by nature because I ate like at 3 last time. Now that I come to think of it, I haven't actually eaten too much today. So it isn't exactly you, Spoon, that is making me not tired. Hungry? Hi, Lolilumi. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, chocolate is one of my absolutely favorites. Which was also like, Ireland is not a soda country or nor chocolate country. Like, sure, they got the same chocolates as like Twix and etc. etc. But in Ireland, there wasn't like really good chocolate. And that was also something that I was a little bit meh about. Except Kit Kat. Kit Kat is really good. And we don't have that much in Finland, except like maybe somewhere, but I haven't seen it too much. I'm doing pretty good. Feeling very tired, and therefore I may be closing the stream soon. So I'm very sorry. How are you doing though? Oh yeah, Lolly Lummi, I must point out that you got really nice looking icon. Don't worry, I know that. Thank you for the concern. Okay, I guess I finished doing the first layer of highlights off camera because if I really want to get off to bed and calm down, I guess I better should like start closing this stream now. But this is basically what we got. Like if we take the overlay off the shading, the markings, and starting a little bit of the first highlight layer. So that is definitely quite something, if you ask me. Oh, I'm sorry. As you can probably see, I'm really starting to lose words how to English anymore. So maybe it's better for me to head off to bed. Of course, gonna still do things before bed, but yeah. Hi, Wolf for Life. I'm sorry, I'm ending this stream soon. So yeah, for those who joined in late, this stream will be unless I plan on hiding it, but this stream may be up for like publicly for a moment or so. So if you want, you can start checking it all over from the start. But other than that, Thank you guys so much for watching, or if you are watching this later, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. This stream was absolutely blast, even though there was some quiet moments. I really liked the constructive conversations that we had there. I don't know, is that the right way to put it? But my brain is so smush at this point that maybe it's better that I just head off now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Love you all, and good night from Finland.